Hello, my name is Dumpster, and welcome to the dump.
Someone called the cops on these lights. See, even the police, they're going crazy. The aliens are attacking. Oh my god, now cars they're starting to notice. Here comes another. Oh, fire truck.
Oh, so they did deliver my blue dots to the wrong address? I should file a complaint.
Megalodon goldfish. That is the breaking news that everybody wants me to talk about because I've received, no exaggeration, 1,714 DMs as of today talking about, you need to talk about the Megalodon goldfish. Oh my god, the Megalodon goldfish have taken over the world. I said, wait, what? Can somebody please in the comments put Megalodon goldfish and try to get the blue comment so people can follow along? Basically, in the United States, I'm here in Mexico, by the way. I had to figure all this out. There is Great Lakes. Apparently, you guys like huge lakes up north. And people are taking their tiny little guppy goldfishes and they're like, be free, Mr. Water Whiskers, and they drop them off in the Great Lakes. Well, what ends up happening is because there's no natural predation and there's an abundance of food in all the lakes and the rivers connecting to said lakes, there is now millions of these goldfishes and they are growing exponentially. Do you want to know what the craziest megalodonic goldfish that they found? Ready for this? 67 pounds and 4 ounces. Combined, that is bigger than both of my chichis at this point. You're telling me that these tiny little pets that probably was our first pets for most of us are turning literally into Moto likes you. You know, no freaking way that I'm here on TikTok talking about megalodon goldfish because they're just skipping every Darwin theory evolution, don't call it Pokemon, and they're just putting on some muscle, they're putting on weight. Like, who hurt you, bro? Damn, was the breakup that bad? Because you're literally turning from a little tiny guppy of a goldfish to all of a sudden you're getting edits on TikTok like dun, 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 dun. You know, those types of edits. But yeah, please, the US government is asking, stop dropping off your little pet goldfishes at the Great Lakes. It's getting really bad. They're an invasive species now. What the hell is going on?
The world is a goldfish bowl.
While driving through a forest in Hertfordshire, an entity in a white dress runs alongside the car, keeping up with the car's speed and even surpassing it at times. The spirit runs through the forest with such ease it's hard to fathom, as a human could never run through the brush and debris on a forest floor. At this speed, it's simply impossible. Watch this.
What the?
Fake foods you need to watch out for. Fake milk has been seized in Pakistan. It was made by adding chemicals to water, creating 9,000 liters of fake milk. Concerningly, this fake milk could be poisonous, and it was sent to various other countries around the world. In China, large amounts of fake rice have been found. The rice is made of plastic pellets, which are then shaped to look like rice grains. Also in China, police have found fake eggs. The fake eggs were made of gelatine, and concerningly were sent overseas. Fake fish has been found for sale in Thailand. The fish is made from processed soy, as well as other random meat scraps. Fake olive oil has been found in the USA. It was labeled as pure olive oil, but was really a mix of soybean and palm oil. Fake coffee beans have been seized in Brazil. It was made from starch and brown food coloring. Fake sugar has been seized in India. It was made from harmful chemicals, mainly industrial-grade glucose. Also in India, fake spices have been seized. The fake spices are made from colored powders and even sawdust, causing poisoning in some cases. Police have found fake jam in Turkey. The jam is not made using fruit. Instead, it was made using gelatin and food coloring.
All my days, I've been eating fake goldfish.
No, I think it's back. Wait. There's someone on the back porch.
Absolutely terrifying. But also,
What do you see as the biggest challenges in conservation?
The growing human population. Because if where we are, there's nothing else.
And do you have views about what should be done about that?
Can't you guess?
Or epidemics. I mean, I don't know what it will be, but in one way or another, we are so far globally. We are so far above the population and the consumption levels, which can be supported by this planet, that I know in one way or another it's going to come back down. So I don't hope to avoid that. I hope that it can occur in a civil way.
We cannot hide away from human population growth because, you know, it underlies so many of the other problems. All these things we talk about wouldn't be a problem if there was the size of population that there was 500 years ago.
And then after that, we've got to stabilize the population. When I was born, there were
so what's wrong with the population? I mean,
with too many people. That's why we have global warming. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff. But if there were less people, they'd be using less stuff.
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
You brought up some issues that others are reluctant to bring up.
Always. All the religious groups are against me because I'm talking about population. They want more souls. I want less on the planet.
an impressive Illuminati beard.
Check this out. So the ride looks real fun, right up until the point that you realize that that cable should be attached to that hook. And then you wonder, what aren't they doing? But f*** it, I'm gonna ride it anyway.
The face of a man who chose risk.
Pokemon Go actually was a CIA psyop, and they kinda just admitted it. Niantic, the company behind the game, announced that they've been spying on everyone playing it the entire time, using user data to build the most realistic 3D map of the world that could even put Google Maps to shame. Because whenever they wanted pics, videos, or any sort of data for a specific location, instead of paying expensive geo-navigators to map it out like Google does, they would just put a rare Pokemon there, and thousands of people would do it for free. As a matter of fact, some people would even pay Niantic through in-game purchases to do their data collecting work for them, like paying a company to work for them. And they all agreed to it in their terms of service, which no one ever reads but always accepts. All to train an AI model on one of the largest geospatial maps for navigation ever, and this is how the CIA was actually behind it all. So, Niantic released this official report, stating that they were using their games to build something called an LGM, Large Geospatial geospatial model. And just like generative AI like ChatGPT uses enormous systems of info called large language models, LLMs, to train AI how to generate answers, this is sort of the same thing, except with geographic data instead of just text, tricking millions of people to map out every detail of the physical world using their phones, which is a monstrous amount of data, all while being tracked by their phone's GPS. Similar to how Google Maps collects data using their Google vans, except they spend millions of dollars doing it. Niantic instead turned it into a game, convincing millions of people to do it for free, or even pay them to do their work for them. And I think we can all remember how mega viral this game was when it first came out. Like, everyone was playing it. Released on July 6th in the summer of 2016, where you'd run around catching Pokemon in the world's first viral augmented reality game. The entire in-game map was based on the real world, where you'd have to go to a physical location to catch a certain Pokemon or claim territory. And people got pretty obsessed with it, so much that countries like Bosnia even had to release an official warning telling people not to go into minefields while playing the game. And members of Egypt's national defense claimed that it was a spy tool used by government agencies around the world, infiltrating our countries under the pretext of entertainment. Turns out they might have been onto something. Even posts on Reddit over 8 years ago called it and were called crazy for it. Obviously, Niantic initially denied everything, saying they were all just fabricated rumors. But then in November 2024, they admit they were kind of spying on you, tracking and collecting data on everything you did while playing it. But I think you can see why intelligence agencies would be interested in information like this. Training AI by collecting data from millions of users around the world, including pedestrian areas inaccessible by cars and even inside their own homes. Unlike Google Maps, which mainly collects images from street and satellite views, and wasn't actually made by Google. Their maps and Earth software were bought from another company called Keyhole, which initially launched as Earth Viewer 3D in the early 2000s, absolutely revolutionary for its time. Then the government takes notice, and things get interesting. In 2003, a company called InQtel, IQT, reaches out and announces a strategic investment in Keyhole. IQT is a venture capital investment firm set up and funded by the CIA, which they openly admit to like it's not a secret. In 2004, Keyhole is bought by Google, while the CIA continued to work in close partnership with them. In 2010, a new startup is launched by Keyhole's initial founder, John Hank, within Google's internal incubator program. The name of this new startup was Niantic Labs, the eventual developer of Pokemon Go.
We use similar techniques to map the cosmos. Very effective. That's my grumpy old granddad.
The CIA and the Defense Department have been doing for a long time as far as using us as guinea pigs for mind control and other types of horrible things they have in mind for us and the rest of the people in the world. What are some of them?
Well, it started out basically with the CIA doing experimentations on their own men to discover if they could get rid of agents who were going to quit the department and still had classified information. So they utilized different types of drugs and pain and hypnosis and electric shock to try and get the guys to forget. Then they also did experimentations to using different chemicals to see if you can induce a person to commit a crime or induce him to do that or to do this. Of course, the CIA claimed that it didn't carry it through. The documentation we got was actually that they did that. Then we came across the overall project called MK Ultra. Its earlier code name was Artichoke, and that included 149 sub-projects. And those sub-projects range from what I just described to open-air testing in the United States, experimentation on prisoners, experimentation on soldiers, experimentation on college students.
Would these people know they were being experimented on and gave their approval?
No.
She got hoaxed.
Who is he talking to?
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
is looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Griffin.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Come again with that, please?
Miss Abigail is she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
How come ghosts never get arrested?
Alright, so this is what's going on right now at Fort Lauderdale Airport. A goddamn UFO is flying through the sky, and everybody's like going insane right here. Wow. Guys, this is me filming, this is not Photoshop. Wow. I wish I had a better phone right now. Unbelievable. First time in my life I see something like this. And there's small ones flying around that's shining, sparking too. This is nuts. Everybody's filming. Wow, you see guys, everybody's standing filming with their phones. This is insane. This thing is going by fast. And the small ones around it are like shining and sparkling too. Well, the air traffic controllers are gonna have a hard time explaining this one. Unbelievable. Wow. Oh my God, there's like 6 or 10 other objects around us shining. I don't know if my camera is capturing this right now. This is insane. Insane. Oh my God, there's like 50 of them now. Now they're all separated and there's like 50 different objects flying. Unbelievable. Looks like it's falling down. I don't know. Looks like might be crash landing. Wow. Looks like something just crash landed somewhere in Hollywood, Hollandale. Unbelievable.
Holy moly.
5 солнц. Раз. 2. 3. 4. 5. И радуга над нами.
A very sunny day. Thanks for watching Dump Trucks Bye Bye.